Hank, Hank. Happy Saturday morning to everyone in this neighborhood. Goddamn. All right. Anyway, good morning, YouTube. How are we doing? We are out here on the road bike on Saturday morning, living that true mammal life right now. I think I took off right around 8 a.m. So that fire truck horn and siren you undoubtedly heard earlier in the video was probably a very unpleasant wake-up call for some people trying to enjoy their Saturday morning sleep. It is what it is. Got to put out them fires. Lo and behold, there is almost always driver in the way. Driver singular. As if. But yeah, Saturday morning ride. I do have to work later today. That's why I'm out so early. That, and we are in day one of what could be a week-long heat wave. Sweeping the Midwest and the East Coast right now. And we are not being spared. I am usually pretty ready for that kind of thing, but it is so flippin' humid right now that it is just going to be unbearable. Current forecasts show the temperatures peaking around 97. But again, that's 97 with insane humidity. And even for someone who just loves the heat like I do, that's just too much, man. It's too much. Whew. Yeah, still very nice right now. So I'm very happy work forced me to be out earlier in this. Because I can also imagine just a few more hours of that sun beating down, and it's gonna get real sweaty out here real quick. A little bit of wind too, feels nice. Passing on your left. On your left. All right. I had a plan today. Just follow the plan. Had to remind myself out loud. Because otherwise I would have gone bombing straight down that straight away. It is fun. A lot more fun than this. But I got a goal. I got places I want to see. Or at least places I want you to see, YouTube. Passing on your left. Passing on your left. I have a tail, YouTube. See if he follows me through this turn. I assume he looked like a he. Yep. Passing on your left. Kill. Kill. That reminds me. I finally ordered Aqua Teen Hunger Force physical media. The flippin' 20 disc set, I think it is. But that's all the TV minus the censored one, Shake Like Me. That one is not included, but all the TV show, both, were there 3 movies? I know there were at least 2. The movies too, so everything. Yeah, in case you're wondering, I wasn't just chanting kill to myself for no reason. For some reason, yeah, Aqua Teen Hunger Force bit popped into my head. I know we get a little left-hand path around here, but I promise it's not like that. anyway, yeah. Some new territory for you again today, YouTube. Obviously, you recognize the earlier bits. Some of that Millenium Park Kent Trails action. And we are taking a shortcut over here. Shortcut. Not a shortcut, but we're going this way to take what I believe is the Fred Meijer Thornapple Trail something. I don't know. It's got Meyer's name on it, which, you know, I'll take it over Van Andel or DeVos. At least Meijer built something useful and not just the gigantic pain nexus that is the Amway pyramid and all of the horrific little tendrils that is shot out into the world. Hey, they got their name on convention centers and arenas and what have you. Who am I to judge? You might have some guesses as to why I don't frequently come this way on any of my fixed gear bikes. Because yeah, there's that climb, and oh boy, here's a little more. And then there's another section up here that's a bunch of rolling hills, which is better. Because I can manage my momentum and get through those pretty easily. But that initial climb back there, man, that's rough. Even on a geared bike, it's not a pleasant experience. But it's worth it for the bomb down. Which again, not as much fun on a fixed gear. Unless I want to go full suit. Boy, I probably shouldn't say that word on YouTube, should I? I know better than that. I'm gonna bleep that one. Unless I want to, you know, take my feet off of the pedals and just let gravity take me. Maybe someday. Yeah, if Strava is to be believed, which, let's not jump to any conclusions, I've hit about 45 miles per hour going down that hill on this bike, which knowing what I know about Strava, we'll say 40. We'll say 40. I probably for sure cleared 40 on that run. So yeah, I guess the other noticeable thing I should mention before we get to these hills is you probably noticed I am playing with camera placement again. I was just in the middle of, well, I'm still in the middle of editing my last road bike video where I had this mount way vertical, and I thought it'd be too much in my face, but I kind of like it. Yeah, I was pretty pleased with some of the different angles I was able to get, particularly compared to the CPU mount that I use so often because it's, you know, on the Thunderdome, and that's what I'm riding most of the time. So I don't know, at least for me, in terms of staring at these captures for a long time, a little bit of variety was nice. Speaking of which, some fresh wood. Ooh. Could still smell it. I haven't been down here in a while. This is new wood too, although not as new. Ooh. Hopefully they'll do this bridge soon too, because this one I know is not in good shape. It does look like they've done a little bit of repair work, at least re-nailing down some stuff, because there was definitely some boards sticking out the last time I was down here. I don't see any fresh wood, but I also don't see any planks sticking up anymore, so at least they fixed that. Passing on your left. Passing on your left.
Thanks for the call.
Passing on your left. Got a little sprinkle from somewhere. Probably just sweat coming off my helmet strap. I was getting rained on for a second. Passing on your left. Oh no, I definitely felt that. Yeah, my helmet strap is soaked. I'm just fooling myself. Damn, that's pretty slow for a road bike. Guess I've really only been noticing those 30-minute segments coming back from the suburbs. A lot of downhill. It's a lot of downhill. Easy to shave some minutes off. All right. Let's see how much time we got. A little. So we might go and hit up some more familiar Millenium Park territory before heading home. I guess at this point the decision is, do I want to stay out until my battery dies? Because I think I could. I got out early enough. Or do I want to try and get back and cut it before the battery dies? I guess we'll see. We will let the spirit of the ride take us wherever it will. Another reason to not go down here. I fucking hate riding on these wood bridges. Ow! Fucking hell, man. One was going right for my ear canal. Luckily for both of us, it was a little too big. That was a biked van sighting. I don't know how local biked is. I know I became aware of them because of their presence here. And I follow what I think is their main account on Instagram, and it seems very focused on their Grand Rapids business, so they must be just a local thing. Anyway, I've never used them. I first became aware of them like, I don't know, probably like 2021, 22. And mobile bike repair. You could download an app and they'd send someone out to you and fix your bike. Either on the spot or take it if they had to. Now I think they have an actual like brick and mortar location. I want to say in Kentwood. Anyway, like I said, I've never actually used their services before, but the concept seems cool. And I liked what they were posting on their Instagram, I guess. I didn't despise what they were posting on their Instagram, I guess would be the more accurate way of putting that. It was a lot of just talking with their shop staff, but all very on topic. No trendy stuff from what I could tell. It was all just, you know, mostly informative, but not wildly boring. I don't know, they're a thing, I guess is the short version of that. They're a thing that I'm curious about, but have never actually had any direct experience with. Aside from, oh, they do show up at events. Like a lot of the big downtown events, sometimes they'll rent a little bit of space, do free tune-ups, bike maintenance advice, maybe schedule a ride. Naturally, we're catching headwind on the way back. I was wondering what all this scraping on the ground was, but looks like it's their mower. Ugh. I don't want to fight this headwind. No, thank you. Fucking assholes. We're gonna add an item to the bucket list. We'll call it a negative item, I guess, because it's more of something I want to avoid doing before I die. I'd really prefer going to my grave having not killed someone else's dog in self-defense, because that fucking person can't follow leash laws. Man, if there are any rants that you are going to get tired of hearing out of me on this channel, put that one right at the top of the fucking list. Right at the top. Leash your fucking dog. Fuck you. End of story. So angry, I'm just spitting nonsense at you, YouTube. God damn it. Well, my goodness. the more sharp-eyed of you may want to see if you can count how many bunnies I've come across on this ride. I guess in stereotypical bunny fashion, they've been out here multiplying like crazy. Seeing lots of life out here in general today. Maybe it's because I went out to the country for once. This is also probably the most direct example of how small of a city Grand Rapids really is. Because, I mean, I rode my bike out 10, 15 minutes, and I'm basically in farmland from my apartment. There aren't any out there right now, but there are actually some cows and goats that will graze in that little pasture over there. There's an orchard back here. You can catch sight of it just as you're coming up on this road here. I assume it's apples. Looks like apple trees. I've never ridden down there to really investigate, but they look like apple trees. And apple orchards are a very common thing in Michigan. We can grow some mo-fucking apples here. All right. Put a little extra stank on it. I usually don't do this. Enough headwind to make me nervous. Not gonna hammer through. Don't have anyone behind me, so it's good. Passing on your left. Crazy wind, man, out of nowhere. Yeah, it's not my favorite thing in the world. Luckily, we're hiding in some trees for a bit. Passing on your left. I think the Grand Fondo is today. I think what we just got caught up in is the small, like, family-friendly version of the ride. I did not realize it was this early. I thought it was going to be, it is the 21st. So yeah, it's right there, right around this time of year. Right around this time of year. I think the one I did 2 years ago was the 24th. So yeah, cool, Grand Fondo. We are gonna go a separate way though, try to stay away from them. Got some time to burn, so we'll go back around this way. Well, shit. Not a bad day for the Grand Fondo, honestly. Like, some of the slower riders on the full 80 or 90 mile, whatever they decided to do this year, are going to be in some heat coming back. But I think they take off around 8 a.m. So it was probably, shoot, probably mid-70s. Don't quote me on that. But it can't have been, if it was 80, it can't have been much higher than 80. I don't even know what it is right now. It's probably only mid-70s right now. It just feels like hell because of the humidity. I'm not going to push buttons and check. It's fine. Just accept that I don't know what I'm talking about when it comes to the temperature. Passing on your left. Woo. I really don't want to go all the way back the way I came. Frankly, just because I hate that last section of trail before it dead ends into the main trail because it's all chopped up with roots. We may end up intersecting back with the Grand Fondo family ride. I think that's what they call it. I don't know what the actual term for it is. I'm preventing myself from calling it the kiddie ride because it's not that. It's not that. It's for riders of all ages and skill levels. Based on some of the chalk markings I'm seeing, I may be going back over what they've already done. I don't know. It's hard to tell whose chalk markings are whose out here in the warmer months. I mean, obviously you get a lot of videos here, YouTube, so you know I like this place, but it is very popular in general and not without reason. It is a lovely little spot to do some running or riding or what have you.